What's good with you, family? This is your boy Big Rob coming at you live and direct from the Culture Studio. Welcome to the Culture Channel. I hope everybody is well. And once again, I hope everybody is safe. I want to give a special shout out to my man T. Got my man T in the building. What's up,
What's
T?
up? What's up, family? How you doing?
No doubt, no doubt. Glad that you with us today. I want to also give a special shout out to the Culture Wear family out there, the Culture Wear supporters. I can't stress enough. Thank you for what you guys do. Thank you for what you've done. You've been showing the brand mad love. And special shout out to the family out there. And I know pretty much I want to go ahead and tell everyone that www.coachingwiz.com. Just excited to, you know what I'm saying?
No
That
doubt.
we reached a lot of subscribers on the website, that people are actually logging on to the site and dropping in their information. So we appreciate the love. We appreciate the subscribers out there. That, I mean, it's just been insane. Like I said, and I cover this a lot, that the energy has just been crazy. So
No doubt.
thank you for all of the supporters. Thank you for all of the subscribers out there. We appreciate you showing love to the brand. We appreciate all of the love that you guys been showing. And so we'll be on a topic. Remember www.culturewares.com. Hit that top right button for the subscription. Go ahead and drop your information. A lot of you probably have gotten some emails, last night or early this morning in regards to the new app that's out there. It's just a quicker way so that you can be linked up to the brand. So
No
appreciate the
doubt.
love, family. No
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
So while we on the topic, also do not forget that Culture Wears would be at the Agenda 2021 show. That's the Agenda 2021 show. You can also look up that information on the app that was sent to all of the subscribers. It gives you all your information about the Agenda 2021 show. And also, I'm going to be uploading some of the tickets or the ticket sales that you'll be able to grab your tickets for those who would love to attend. We're going to be in the building. My man T is going to be in the building. And
Yes,
for those
sir.
that do not know, the Agenda 2021 show is going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Caesars Palace. So be there or be square. I don't care how you get there. Just be there.
No
We going to
doubt.
be on deck. The crew is going to be on deck. My man T, we going to be in the building representing. And for everyone out there, the Agenda 2021 show is an outlet. It's a forum to where all the new latest gear, all the new latest wares, all the new latest brands would be in the building, as well as a lot of the retailers that would be in the building looking for wares to host into their stores. So, we
hmm
look for you there. We can't wait to see you. All right, fam. So listen, I also want to, before we get into it, because I know we got some topics that we want to cover, some very important topics, but I want to give, a special love shout out, and the brand of Culture Wears want to give a special love shout out to my man Bismarck. He's still hospitalized. He's still holding on. He's still, fighting the big fight. So I want to give a shout out to the Bismarck family. I want to give a shout out to Bismarck. Our prayers are with you, and listen, we love you, brother. So we can't wait to see you. We can't wait to see you back out, on the set doing your thing. So the Godfather of
Much respect.
DJs, one of the illest lyricists as well of all
Yeah.
time. So shout out to my man Bismarck. All right, T. So look, we got a lot of topics. Well, actually, we have a topic that we want to cover, which I think is very important. And, it's something to definitely talk about. A lot of people have kind of been seeing the news out there with this whole
hmm
vaccine, people getting vaccinated. They've been advertising it on the site. They've been pushing, the vaccines to get vaccinated. You've seen a lot of people getting vaccinated, the doctors, the president, the vice president, just a lot of people have been getting vaccinated. So I want to know, what I'm saying, in the hip hop community, how does the hip hop community feel? How does the, Black America feel? I would like to know,
Right.
or we would like to know, what's your thoughts on the matter. So this is something that we want to talk about, man. T. We also were talking about this off wire, and it's just a topic that definitely needs to be discussed within our community, within the hip hop community, within the hip hop culture. So I just feel mad strong about it. And the T, what some of the things that you've heard about this vaccination, and are you looking to get vaccinated as well?
Well, Okay, so I'm gonna answer your second question straight off the bat. No, I do not. And how I feel about it is really it's a distrust, and we have a history of it, and we should. Has anybody did any history or knows anything about what's going on with the Tuskegee um, trials that they done with some of our black people? They give them
Right.
syphilis and letting them live on without that. Um, and again, I kind of want to quote, not really, I should say quote because I don't know what she said word for word, but she said something that really struck a chord with me. And it was something to that word, the effect like, it's not that the black people randomly have a distrust
Right.
for the medical industry, it's the system. And it's that the government violated the trust of the black communities for centuries. Um, that that makes the black people paranoid or irrational with just because they've been proven to be liars.
Mm.
And so, really, I think that's kind of one of the true topic is that you expect for people to trust you when you've always lied to them, and and
Right.
and
Yeah.
that's where it makes it where it's you know I don't care who they put down in the chair to get a vaccination because one, you don't know what they're vaccinating with. It could be putting straight just water in them. You don't know because we don't know what they're doing. That's not a real, they're sitting there showing it vaccination, but we don't know what's in that vaccination right there. They could be just bringing out straight water and putting in somebody for us to be, lured into doing it. So we really don't know.
Right.
And that's the trick of it. You don't know what they're putting in anyone. That could just be the reason. So I don't care if they put Obama in the chair itself. I am not taking that vaccination. Um, I just don't have trust for it, and it really goes back because if you do history or if you do research for what they put in some of these vaccinations, that I have a lot of
No
questions
doubt.
to that. You know what I'm saying? To me,
The
so that's what.
ingredients.
Yeah, the
Right.
ingredients in there is it doesn't make sense. Dead fetuses of a child and pork and things that just doesn't make sense for it to be in the vaccination. I
Right.
mean, why would you want to put that in there with and mixing it with my DNA? That doesn't make sense to me.
No doubt. I mean, the things are cured. We pretty much have a lot of the cures right here on planet Earth of every type of vaccine. Excuse me, a virus that is known to man. Pretty much right here on the Earth is truly, with all of the herbs and things like that of that nature. That is the true vaccine.
Right.
But let me put it this way, and you hit it right on the head. He said, you got to do your research. A lot of times, even with the physicians, with the doctors, they don't even know what the ingredients are. Especially with the clinics and things like that within the black communities. I know, like in Queens, they got the HIPAA, and they got. I'm pretty sure it's everywhere,
Right.
but they have a lot of these clinics within the communities, which are just itching at the bit to go ahead and give these vaccines. And number one, you don't know what's in them. Number two, you got to understand what the research is, and like you said, there's been history and history and history that dates back even to the days of Christopher Columbus. We're bringing the blankets of smallpox, into
Correct.
the, with the Native Americans. So there is a distrust, you know what I mean? When you think about it, there's a huge distrust, with the Tuskegee Airmen, with the whole, I want to say St. Louis, Missouri, with the gum trials of flying over, dropping some sort of, spray of some sort to see the reaction of people.
Right.
So, there's just a history, an ongoing history that, that the black community is cognizant of, and they're just afraid, rightfully so, and they don't have a trust, within this government, and I can totally understand it and can relate. You know what I mean? But I want to share some information, and I want to share some information with the CDC, which I think uh, which is somewhat it's somewhat frightening to a sense. And then before I get into that of dropping that information, I want to let the family know out there, or have the family let us know, what is your thoughts on the vaccines? Is this something that you would consider getting? And if so, why would you consider getting it? Will you not get the vaccine? If not, why would you consider not getting the vaccine? Drop your
Right.
comments down at the bottom. Let us know, yay or nay. Also, hit that subscription button and hit that bell, and that way you'll be informed of all the new latest vids. So let's get right into it. I want to be able to cover this whole thing with the CDC, which I was reading, which is called the anaphylaxis report, which is a CDC report. Also, it's a tracking system that has to do with VAERS. It's the VAERS. You can look it up. I'll post a link down at the bottom as well, which on December 14th through the 18th, Pfizer worked along with the CDC. The CDC tracks all this stuff, but with the Pfizer vaccine, this is from December 14th to the 18th, they ran trials with the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? And with this trial, there's 113,000 people, 113,000 people registered as recorded for one dose. And with that one dose, 3,150 of those people had a huge impact as it related to the vaccine. And this is from taking the vaccine, 3,150 people. So that basically is 3% of that 113,000 people, which had a huge impact. Now, with this impact, it says here they were unable to work and or required, they could not perform daily activities, okay? And they would require a doctor or a healthcare physician. So if you ask me, ask anybody else, why would you consider even, or why would you even consider taking this sort of vaccine when you have a 3% based on this small number? Because we got millions of people here on Earth.
Right.
But why would you even consider of taking a vaccine from the first dose of having these huge implications? And of course, the report stopped on the 18th. So here we are, we're in the 26th of the month. Now,
10 days later.
10 days, the CDC records this stuff and it's updated often, but it stopped at the 18th. So I would like to know, you know what I'm saying, if there are any more recorded information out there. And for the family out there, if you know of any information that we can find out more, please drop it into the comment section. But this is disturbing, it's concerning. And, you know, when it comes to our people, you know, we got to do our research. We got to read. We got to understand what we're reading. And then we got to take action by sharing it with others and educating people who may not have, you know, may not know. So this is the thing that's disturbing. And like you said, we don't know the ingredients. Like you said, you know, this is synthetic now. They call it synthetic. Pfizer came up with this, you know, the synthetic thing because there was some concern within the Jewish community. There was some concern within the Muslim community, and there was this, you know, some concern with other communities that do not have or do not take these pork products, which they use the pork products within these vaccines. They also use, you know, like you're saying, some of the fetal cells, which, you know, a lot of them now they're retracting that and saying now it's synthetic. But here's another interesting point too, T. When you think about it, the CEO of Pfizer cashed out 60% of his shares. 60% of his shares. Now, there's a problem there when you have a CEO of Pfizer that cashes out 62%, excuse me, not 60, 62% of his shares from the company that he represents. Mm-hmm. That is for me, that's a hard alert for me, and it raises a whole lot of red flags, you know what I'm saying, to the matter, because a CEO that believes in his company doesn't pull out 62, you know, percent shares. Right. So it's either that company is getting ready to tank as a result of the findings of the COVID-19 trials, because the announcement came on the same day of the trial numbers of the 3% either could not work, they could not perform, you know, tasks, the mobility is gone. I mean, that's basically what that means. That if you need to have a healthcare physician, you know, and or a doctor, you know, there's something wrong there. Right. You know, so this is the thing that's concerning, family. You know, and it definitely has to be shared, with the community, with the hip hop community, with any community. First of all, it's not just, the hip hop community, but, we need, special attention and awareness because, it seems that, we've been targeted. So, you know, I just had to put that out there in the wire, T, and, like you said, there's so many things there's so many things wrong with this.
Right. And also, I think for me, one of the biggest problems is that if you um, deliver vaccines, or if you're a person that actually distributes the vaccines out there, if something goes wrong, you can be legally sued for that. See, they took
Right.
that out back in I think the 80s or somewhere. They removed the fact that if people get some problem, some kind of illness or something from vaccination is proven to be from vaccination, you can't get sued. You can't sue them no more.
Right.
So to
Right.
me, that is the number one. I remove that clause there, so now people can actually hold you responsible for your problems. And since
Right.
they won't allow you to, since they legally are not held responsible for it, that's the reason why I believe there's so many people that was easily to push it. Well, hey, if I can't be held responsible for it now, I'll send it to Mojo, Perry, whoever. It doesn't matter because it can't be held against me. And that's
Right.
one of the true issues right there. So with our community, there we go again. Now we're not taking responsibility, or we're not taking the proper steps to make it for the people who are giving these things out and holding them responsible. And now we can't. If you take your child to get vaccinated, and now your child end up, getting some type of illness from it, you have to deal with that. You have to live with that.
You have to
That's just
live
how
with
it
it.
is now.
Exactly. Right.
There's really no true other recourses except for you to sue. And I think the vaccination people do have a funding out for people like this, but it's not easily for you to access. You actually have to get a lawyer and get retain a lawyer who's actually specializes in this field, and then it takes years in order to get your funding from the group of people, because the vaccination people still have some money they set aside for this, but you can't just go sue, the lady right down the street at
Right.
Walgreens who gave you the
No
that you
doubt.
signed up for the vaccination from. So it makes it much harder for you to do that. And then also, again, like I said, the ingredients they put in things that I know of, like it was one called WI-38. That's the female aborted child. Now you're taking aborted children, cutting up their lungs, tongues, or whatever it is, grinding up and using it in the vaccination. The other one I was explaining saying was called MRC5. People, if you don't know about that, you can Google this stuff. That's how easy it is. Again, we're a bunch of dumb people living with smartphones, not using the resources. We're in the age of technology.
No doubt. No
Anything is
doubt.
at our
True.
fingertips, but we really go watch a TikTok and be
Facts.
entertained instead of educating yourself. That's
No
the number
doubt.
one downfall of our people. If you self-educate, you won't have to fall for their traps. Again, history repeats itself, and the loser doesn't educate himself to know what he did wrong. It's like if you got into a fight with somebody, and you don't go in there doing the same old tactics you did to lose a fight. You switch things up.
Right.
You learn from it, but you must educate yourself on it. So believe me, my people out there, Culture Aware crew, family, all people who watching, educate yourself on the situation of what's going on, and then you have to be able to ask these questions. I mean, the Lord gave you five senses. You got to use them. If things don't add up, it's not adding up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If all your hairs set on the back of your neck because you walk in this room, it may be a reason there's something in this room that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord's giving you senses. He gave you five senses. You're supposed to be able to smell, touch, see, taste, and hear. You got to use your senses.
No
That's what
doubt.
the Lord blessed you with on this earth to use.
Mm-hmm.
And we as a people don't trust them. We'll let people tell us that this is how it is because they doctors. That don't mean nothing but that fact that person's been indoctrinated and not educated.
Right.
That's the true nation. There's a difference between indoctrination and education. Please understand that, people. So definitely, I'm with you. I'm like I said, me personally, I'm against the fact because the distrust. And there is some distrust there. I mean, we know what they've been doing to us. man, people look what they do with the laws. 3 strike laws. They put us in jail for hits that they kill us with our back is turned. We can do the same crime that someone else do and still
Yeah.
be held in a lie and dire consequences. So there is a reason that they're trying to exterminate would be a strong word, but but that's what it looks like it's trying to do.
Right.
And so we really need to protect ourselves, and that starts with educating yourself. You don't have to take our word for anything. Like I said, nowadays, man, you got everything you need. You can get right to anything you need with your phone.
Quick,
Look it
fast,
up,
and in a hurry.
man. As fast as you can watch a TikTok, as fast as you can self-educate yourself, man. Please do not hold that down, man, and put that by your wayside. Pick that up and educate your mind first. I'll tell you that'll go a lot longer than that 15 seconds of a TikTok. So again, people, please educate yourself. And again, let us know what you think. Because again, everything is our opinion. This is something that's not, the things we're saying are actual facts, but these are our true opinions. We would like to know yours. We want to spread it on the community. We want our people to understand how we're looking at it. This is not something that we just out the blue. No, I ain't taking it because no, it's actually a true distrust. And the reason is they've been lying to us for centuries on end. Hell, they lied to the Indians, told them they're gonna get this, and every treaty they had with the Indians, they done broke.
Mm-hmm.
So if they did it to one people, why don't they do it to another? You know what I'm saying?
No
It's
doubt.
quite. This is not brain science here. This is just watching. If a person lied to you here, he's probably gonna lie to you there. That's
Mm-hmm.
just how they work.
Right. And that's I mean that was another thing we covered too. It's not the it's don't make it seem like it's just listen, the black community they never trust the government or they don't do this, they don't do that. No, it's because it, this all came about. It was built up to have that that sort of street smart, or not just street smart, to have the education of self and the knowledge of self to understand that this
Right.
is what's been going on for centuries. you know you smack me once, you can apologize. Smack me twice, you gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of just built up to the
Yeah.
distrust. And so don't make it or create the narrative that, listen, blacks, they don't trust, the government. No, it's been centuries and centuries of things that happen. Just read the history books. It's right there. You got a
Right.
smartphone. Read the smart, just Google, and a lot of people who are especially with the conscious and the woke people can give you that information, to let you know. And plus, we got to take upon ourselves to find the information for ourselves.
Right.
Do the research. Like in everything that you get, make sure you get an understanding. That's a scripture quote. The Most
Right.
High is giving you that education in the sense, like you were saying, T, is giving you all the five senses. And in everything that you get an understanding. So, you have to use discernment, and you have to use discernment in every single thing, even if it comes to having a vaccine of some sort of, you know, vaccination or virus that they're putting into your system. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Alter your DNA. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to make sure that, especially within the hip hop community, you know, T, what's your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Do you think that, you know, we may see a rapper of some sort that'll come out, and
Yeah.
say, hey, the vaccine is completely safe?
Yes. I think there's been one or two already said they're gonna line up to take it.
Whoa,
I forgot who said this.
we got to find that out.
Right. Now I don't want to say it's like it could have been like and I don't want to quote the man saying the man's name because he might not have said it. So I'm not gonna say who I think it was, but there was some rappers said they were gonna take the vaccination. Um,
Right.
I believe they're gonna use that. And if you want to remember the Tuskegee, they used the black woman nurse with the first injection with syphilis to say it was okay.
Right.
So they've always used somebody of our own to promote the safetyness of it. In actuality, we don't know. Um, so I believe they're gonna have a rapper. I believe they're gonna like I said, they may even use Obama to sit down. But again, you still don't know what's in that needle they shooting him with.
Right.
That
Right.
needle, that little jar that they take the stuff out of could be just plain water or plain energy juice. We don't know what's in that. So you
Yeah.
can't say that's a true vaccination.
Yo, you're right. Yo, the funny thing too, me and my wife was sitting watching, and I don't watch the news really, you know what I'm saying? But my wife has been kind of keeping up on some things, and they showed a doctor, one of the physicians under the front people, which was a doctor who was getting the vaccine. But the guy who was administering the vaccine basically had his arm, was putting a needle in him, but he never shot anything in him. The needle was already in the ejection stage of the vaccine. He was already in the ejection stage.
Right.
So you know how you have up and you push down so the vaccine can go in. It was
Right.
already in the
Down.
the completion stage.
Right.
So we were sitting there looking at this thing, and she was like, "Babe, they never even gave this guy a vaccine." But yet, you know what I'm saying, to fool the masses, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It just seemed, it appeared that, you know what I mean, dude never took the vaccine. I think I'm gonna look for that and I'm gonna put a link down at the bottom.
Right.
But you just gotta use your discernment and just know that don't always be so quick to run out and get, what everybody's getting.
That's the problem with our people. I mean, we're consumers. We'll go out there and buy everything. We'll buy the Jordans. We'll buy the new PlayStation 5, and half the people there, ain't even got their car running. But we'll go out there and spend anything for consumption to be part. It's funny how we're so much of the broke race, but yet we just do so much to be keeping up with the Joneses. We'll do so much to try to make like we have everything, and we really don't have the correct things. Like half these people out here who could be having to start be entrepreneurs, could be starting their own business. They could be do anything else besides their money. Your car's
Yeah.
not working, but yet you got a PS5. You ain't
Right.
paid your light bill or your cell phone bill, but you wouldn't go with a PS5. That right there, and if people understand, that's a way for the government to track you, because you have to go online to play these games. When you get a new, I think it's starting with the Xbox One and the PlayStation something.
Right.
When you get to a certain 3, 4, and 5, all of those to even be played, really, the fun game, you have to be online. Well, the government got you online, so they can tell if you log in that I'm so and so, Coach Career, blah blah blah. Oh, we know that's Big Rob up there. He online right now. He at the house. We can go kick in the door and get him. There he is. You track right there. You track with your
Right.
cell phone.
Your cell
The
phone, yeah. So
track.
it's already, you know what I
It's
mean, already in motion, and other ways to track you. They talk about tracking DNA and all that stuff.
right.
But you know what I'm saying? You're absolutely right. We're consumers. We're a consumer, nation of people. I mean, even though we spend the most money, you know what I'm saying? We $1 trillion people. In 2018, 2019, or 2019, well, we haven't got the numbers for 2019, but 2018, we spent over $1 trillion
And don't have
as a
nothing.
nation of people, whether it be on cars, care, hair, whatever it is, we've spent that much. Now, we should, and it should be rightfully so, to redirect your dollars and put it back into, like you say. I mean, it got to be education, or not even education, but education of self, meaning, knowledge of self to be able to create. You good with the hands, you good with creating, you good with, our people are, a creative nation of people, no
Yes,
doubt. That's through
exactly.
centuries. That's through, look at the people of antiquity. You look at the people of the Moors. You look at all these people are creators. We're also, people who, are excellent defenders. So we have a history of warriors. We have a history of scientists. We have a history of, just entrepreneur DNA in our
Right.
DNA. So, you know what I'm saying? We possess a lot of those skills, but what happens is that we get disconnected from the source.
Right.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? And our true source is basically the creator, the most high. The most high power is the creator,
Right.
right?
Right.
You tap into that source, you know, and people call, and I'm not trying to get biblical, but just like the Mashiach, the Messiah, Yeshua, people call him Jesus, people identify him with Jesus. He was tapped into the source, and that's how he was able to do a lot of the things that he were able to do through
Right.
healing, through feeding masses of people because it was a thought. But he had the faith without doubt because he was connected directly to the source. He didn't know what doubt was. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just so clean, cut with the fasting and the prayer. What the prayer is meditation. That's all it is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He was just pure in his meditation. And I know I'm going off, you know what I'm saying, with this whole thing, but you know what I mean? That we just have the power to do, for ourselves.
Yeah.
But you just gotta, believe in it and without having doubt into your dreams, into your functions, into your capabilities of what you were put on this earth to do. So, with having, all of these things, you know what I mean, and we still are the consumer, which is it's just mind-boggling to me. But there and I'm not saying there's a lot of people who are tapped in. There's a lot of our people who are tapped into the ancestors, tapped in. They're tapped in. You know what I'm saying? So we have to focus and we have to utilize those skills.
Yeah, and we will. I mean, we'll get them back. We will. Well, a lot of people are waking up. There's a lot of people out there that you can get this education, or you can get tapped in and understand how to, get yourself back to where you need to be. And even though we're kind of venturing off from everything, it's all still connected.
Right.
In a sense, it's pretty much all still connected. One, educate yourself. Don't be so quick to listen to what the persons tell you, especially the people who've been trying to hold you down for centuries, and your
No
people for
doubt.
centuries.
Yeah.
And they said the number one cause of failure, or if anything, is really when you repeat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you must learn to
Right.
educate
The
yourself so
cause
you
of
won't repeat it.
insanity. Yeah.
Right. You'll definitely be able to um, construct a better self understanding, and that goes by how you say how you eat, your dietary, being able to eat, do more herbal things in your life. Cleansing, fasting. Fasting, people don't understand the true nature of fasting is only not. It's the reason why you don't take in anything is because you will still be removing things from your body. That's the beauty of fasting, is as long as even though you're not eating anything and drinking, you're still having excess weight. That
It's
means you're
reset.
moving. Yes, you're moving that stuff from your body, man. And take it from me, I'm a survivor of colon cancer. I understand where the stuff started at.
No doubt.
Every disease that's known to man starts in your gut. So you definitely have to change out what you're
Melatonin,
eating.
right?
You know what I'm saying? You have to do this stuff.
No
So
doubt.
I had stage 2, colon cancer. I'm a survivor. It had to go inside, cut it out of me. But
Right.
after they
Right.
did that, I had to reconstruct my eating, my drinking, how I did certain things. I don't do anything in a overconsumption. If I have anything, it's a real light tone, a light moderate of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll eat if I do have which I've cut a lot back on having a lot of red meats and all that stuff. But every
Right.
once in a while, my body says, "Hey, I want a steak." Well, I might go get a nice little flank steak, cut it up in nice chops. Almost like a stir fry, little squares, because that's easier for the body to digest than it is having that big chunk of steak meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No
also,
doubt.
I won't have it in the large consumption. I have it in a small portion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat certain things anymore. Like I don't do any dairy. I don't have every blue moon. I might have some cheese, but that's only because it might be in it. Or if like I try to have too much bread, but if it's already in there, then I might have it on that way.
Right.
But again, that's me personally. My wife's a singer. She can't. She already knows. Like when she has to go sing that next day, she don't eat no cheese, don't drink no milk because the mucus clogs her up.
Mucus. That's what it
That's what it
causes.
is.
Yeah.
That's what it
There's
causes
mucus
that.
in the body.
What
Right.
mucus in the body is the form starts of a disease.
Start to
I mean,
disease. Exactly.
this stuff is really easy to understand, and our bodies were never made for that. If you know how our ancestors ate, they didn't eat none of that stuff back there. We didn't have what we have up here in this Western world. We had a diet that was from more over there from our roots. We
Right.
have a lot of
Levitical
nuts.
law.
Right. There you go. There you go.
No doubt.
So
Yeah.
these are things that again people need to self-educate themselves about. Again, you don't have to jump in this and do this stuff 100%. But the more you know, the easier it is for you to say no to certain things. Once I educated myself on how dairy messed up my body, it was easier for me to say no to it because I didn't
Right.
want that in my body. You know what I'm saying?
No
Especially
doubt.
being where I was a survivor, something like that. So because that's the same thing that we done lost the Black Panther from. You know, he was in stage 4. It was a little too late then. I was in stage 2. I was very lucky and blessed. I had the signs and some pains, and they got me in there and removed it. I mean,
All
that was
praises. Yeah.
2000. That's what. Thank you, Lord, because it was 2016. I was diagnosed with this.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm in my mid 30s. I'm 37 years old at the time when I catched it.
Right.
So
Right.
it starts real early on our people, but it also goes by the way you're eating, and it promotes. That's what promotes it. Really, it's the bad eating. You know,
Right.
with the bad intake, we must change that by ourselves. But again, people, we really want you. We're touching a whole realm of things because we want you to understand that it's still all interconnected in some way, with some shape and form.
Right.
From taking the vaccinations to self-educating yourself, where you don't have to worry about what's in their vaccination or what's in their vaccination as the ingredients, to educating your mind, your body, and your soul.
No
You
doubt.
what you shall prosper if you take them routes, man. Even if you don't make that big money that you're searching for, like they say, what Pusha T said, wealth, money can't buy health. Wealth can't buy health. That's what he said. Wealth can't
Uh-huh.
buy health. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs had all the money in the world and couldn't buy health. So
No
that's
doubt.
that's that's by actually you got to take care of yourself, and it's educating yourself on that, people. So
No
again,
doubt.
I swear I want us all to understand. Again, I'm not trying to say what you should and what you shouldn't do, but what you should do is first educate yourself before you jump in and take anything. Then
Right.
with an educated mind, you can make an informed decision.
No doubt. And yo, so for the family out there, drop down your comments down at the bottom, hit that subscribe button, let us know, you know what I'm saying, what your feelings are on, this whole vaccine. Would you take the vaccine or would you not? And if you're going to take the vaccine, why? And if you're not going to take it, why? Go ahead and drop your comments down at the bottom and let us know either way. And yo, just to also let you know, remember we talked about the rapper who said they would take the vaccine. So
Yes.
Kanye was one.
Okay.
Kanye said that he would take the vaccine. Offset said he wouldn't take the vaccine. There's another rap out there, Jeremiah, who also said that he's not sure if he's going to take the vaccine. So, you know, that's just basically that's what Revolt is reporting. Um, so you got uh, Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco said that he will require proof of the vaccine to attend, as he said he may take it as well. So I mean, there's when you got rappers who have a huge following,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't necessarily mean that those followers are going to go take the vaccine, but it
Right.
does necessarily mean that a lot of followers will go take the vaccine too. It just depends on, if we got woke followers up there, because you can like a little bit of the content, you know what I mean? And, you just smart enough to know, I'm going to just, he going to take it. So it's on him. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me in my house, you know what I'm saying? We just going to use discernment and, we'll just kind of, watch and see. So, that's what we want to do. And I think that, with a lot of this stuff too, with this virus that's going around, we as a people, especially a melanated people,
Mm-hmm.
um, people here, in the U.S., out in the West, as they call it, um, civilization, um, we don't get enough of the vitamin D.
Right.
Our melanin is just so we're people that is from hot climates. So if we're bathing in the hot climate, working in the hot climate constantly, then our melanin can absorb more of that vitamin D. And the vitamin D is the most important. The zinc is the most important because it protects you from all viruses. It helps your body to combat against viruses. And what's happening is that a lot of our people, we don't have or take any of you know, those things. Most people think you get vitamin D from milk, okay? Cow's milk, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So we kind of run into some of those issues with the sun being covered constantly and not getting the fair share of sun. We lose out as a melanated people. We can't absorb that sun if we're getting very little of it. So that's important, to make sure that we keep all of our do preventative health, not just wait till something happen. and allow the health, people to just, treat the issue. They're not preventing you from getting it or fighting against it. They're just treating it. So, you just got to use your discernment and just make sure you utilize a lot of the things that Mother Earth provides. The funny thing, because when I became like a vegan, people would ask, well, where do you get your protein from?
We make that.
I said, well, you know what? I get it from my broccoli. I get it from my peas. I get it from my beans. The foods that the earth produces, and the herbs that the earth produces, you can get every vitamin and mineral that you could possibly get. Even with the sea moss, you can get almost every, possible mineral and vitamin that you need. If you mix it with the bladderwhack, and the burdock root, you got 110 vitamins. And I may be off by one or two numbers, but yeah, I mean, so that's what it is. I mean, you just got to keep ourselves healthy, family. And by all means, drop your comments down at the bottom. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you feel about this whole vaccination thing. It's just something that we definitely got to look at. Do you trust this vaccine? Do you trust what's in it? Do you trust what the media is saying about it? What's your thoughts on the matter? Go ahead and drop your comments down in the comments section.
So, and just to kind of give you a quick, and we should understand one thing about, and as a person that has a clothing company, you understand the fact that nothing can be patented without being created. Right. So if you ever get a chance to, you can look up this U.S. patent. It's US 2006-257852. Again, that's US 2006-257852. And that is actually the syndrome for coronavirus. That is the U.S. patent. Now, understand when I said they said US 2006. Right. That means it was created in the United States. You got to understand, this is what education will do. You can find this stuff out. If you think I'm playing, I just gave you the number to it. It's truly public.
It's public.
You just have to look for it. This ain't stuff. This man, they ain't hiding it from us. We just too dumb to go look it up. And I hate to say it that way.
True.
But that's what it is.
No doubt.
We are too dumb to go look it up. This stuff is out there for you. I am not a genius or a scientist. I don't have no degrees in that. But I know how to use a smartphone. Right. And I know how to look up some things. So this stuff is out here. You can find this stuff out. No, like I said, if there is a patent on it, that means it was created. That right there, that's enough to tell you, man. Now, here's a question I would love to propose to everybody. If this is something that's created and it has a U.S. patent, and it's hurt our community so bad and hurt the world as it put us in a hole, why can't we press charges against these people for creating this vaccination? This virus.
Right.
Why can't we take them to court and sue them for this virus? They got people out there losing their jobs, can't go to work, can't do none of this stuff because I just told you there's a U.S. patent for it. So it was created. There's something that we got to really talk about in there, because believe me, they don't want that lawsuit. If that lawsuit comes to fruition, that's the whole world coming at you because you affected the whole world.
Right.
But yet you got a U.S. patent. So again, as Trump was saying, this is a China virus or Chinese, whatever you said, Korean virus, whatever you're calling it. Actually, no, it's not, because it got a U.S. patent on it. So that's the first and foremost, man. You can educate yourself about that and learn more about this stuff. Again, just for you guys who missed it, it is US 2006-257852. And read about it. Read about it. It tells you exactly about what's in there. It's the same thing they're saying, respiratory syndrome. They call it a syndrome coronavirus.
No doubt. And we'll put that in the link too as well, family, so that you all can be, privy and have the information that you need in order to look it up. And like I say, I'm not going to apologize for us, having this show today, but I think it's very important. I know that we cover a lot of the, old school hip hop. We cover, a lot of the old school DJs. We cover a lot of the old school lyricists. We just cover the old school culture. But today I just felt that we felt that it was a need to actually kind of put some things out there, that would be very beneficial, to our family. So, you know what I'm saying? That was really our topic for today. is to really get some information out there for you, family.
Yes.
All right. So, listen, drop your information down at the bottom. Let us know what your thoughts are. I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this whole vaccine. It's a hot topic that's going on right now. You know what I mean? For the rest of, actually, I think this would pretty much go for the whole year of 2022. You know what I mean? But we just really got to be smart and privy to what's expected. All right.
Yes, definitely. Stay strong, family. Stay strong out there.
Stay strong. So, family, www.culturewares.com. That's www.culturewares.com. Go ahead and log on to our site. Check out some of our wares out there. Like I said, last week or this week, we just uploaded our jackets, which is the green teal jacket, the Culture Signature jacket. Check that out. Check out our tees. Check out our hoodies. We still got some of our athletic hoodies that we had to re-up on. So check that out. And our Doubt Kills the Dream hoodie has not come in yet. So we apologize for that. Just be patient. But we'll, if you log on to the site, put your information, you'll be, informed of all the new latest and illest gear. All right,
yes,
family?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right, family. So shout out to the family out there. Shout out to you. Yo, T, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Just the Culture family, subscribers, new viewers, everyone out there, protect yourself. Instructive education, definitely. You got to do that to your mind. And again, just one love to you all, to our fallen soldiers that we have recently lost. One love to you guys and your family. Much, the condolences for that. Again, try to pass the flowers on while the people are still here. So if there's somebody that's in your life that you ain't spoke to in a while, drop them a note, say what's up, because you never know. That we are given a short time on this earth, so we gotta make as much time as we have and make something to do with it. So give respect and love for the people that we have while you got a chance to, and for the people that we didn't get a chance to or we lost. Our love and our prayers are with you. So one love to everyone.
No doubt. All right, family, that's it for us. One people, one love, one culture. We out.